discovering and ranking discographies. My first one ever, and it's with the man himself, Kanye West, Yeezus, Ye, whatever you want to call him. I've actually wanted to do this for a long time. I just haven't because I'm lazy as shit. Also just didn't have the time to do it, but now is the perfect time because I'm gonna be real. Rap, hip hop, it is boring as shit right now. Everybody just sitting down on their knees waiting for Cardi to drop. Like, it's not gonna happen. Give up. And I'm not just gonna sit here forcing out videos. That's not what I'm gonna do. So perfect time to start this and do even more in the future. If you guys have any artists that I should start listening to, just let me down in the comments below. I will sit down and listen to all these albums. I love music. It is in my blood. Now, before I even start the video, I'm just gonna let you know right now, Watch the Throne and Kids See Ghosts, they are not here. Those are collab albums, not solo albums. So that means no bueno, get them shits out of here. All right, everybody clear on that? We good? All right, good. Now, I've heard many people say that Kanye has arguably the greatest discography of any artist. So we're about to find out how true that is right now with the College Dropout.
That's enough money to buy her a few pairs of new ears, cause her baby daddy don't really care. She's so precious with the
Kanye's first studio album, and this shit was heat. I'm not gonna lie, the first couple of songs had me scared. I was like, oh my god. I did not want to start off with a bad album, but then I kept listening. I started hearing some songs from my childhood when he used to blast this shit, and I was like, yeah, this is the one. Can't forget that this the album where he made a song with his jaw wired shut after damn near almost losing his life. This nigga was on some crazy shit on his first album. My favorite songs are All Falls Down, Spaceship, Jesus Walks, Never Let Me Down, Slow Jams, and of course Through the Wire. Right now we 1 for 1 so far.
My mama hopped in that U-Haul van. Any pessimists, I ain't talk to them. Plus I ain't had no phone in my apartment.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I am not feeling this album. The album wasn't even bad or nothing like that. I just think I had so much expectations coming off of the College Dropout that when I finally listened to it, it just didn't exceed what I expected it to be. Honestly, a lot of the songs were low-key boring me. Like, I would have one good song come on and then the next 3 was just like, ugh. It's definitely not a bad album, but also it's not a great one in my opinion either. But my favorite songs are Touch the Sky, Gold Digger, and Diamonds from the Sierra Leone. I hope I pronounced that shit right. These are honestly the only 3 songs I can go back to and listen to on a daily. 3 out of 21 songs is kind of crazy, but f it.
You could be my Black Kate Moss tonight. Play secretary on the boss tonight. And you don't give a f what they.
I've said it before, I will say it again. This is by far Kanye's best project. This is honestly what I was expecting when I was listening to Late Registration. An album that just completely blows everything out the water. Almost 2 decades later, and this album still plays like it just dropped today. And I know we got like, what, several albums left, but none of those albums will ever compete with Graduation. I won't even waste my time with the favorite songs. The only 2 songs that I truly dislike are the last 2 on the album. This is peak Kanye right here. We will never get something like this ever again.
It's amazing, so amazing, so amazing, so amazing.
Man, I am very disappointed. Mainly because I've seen so many people hype up this album. They put this shit on a pedestal, but listening to it for the first time, bro, I'm sorry, bro. This is not it. The auto-tune got really bad at some points in the album where it was just like unbearable to listen. I know this is like a very influential album and it probably gave a lot of the dudes that we listen to now careers, but yeah, this one ain't for me. I probably just had to listen to it when it first came out. So, but my favorite songs are Heartless, Amazing, and Love Lockdown. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this album is low-key at the bottom right now. I got Late Registration over this.
Everybody we rollin' with some light-skinned girls and some Kelly Rollins and this white man.
Peak. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is Kanye's second best album in my opinion. If Graduation wasn't so good, this would honestly be number 1. I honestly don't even think there's any bad songs on here. There's good songs and then there's great songs. And then the features he got on here just make the album 10 times better. Jay-Z, Rick Ross, Nicki Minaj, Kid Cudi, Rihanna. I understand why niggas value the 2000s so much. This era was undefeated. My favorite songs are Dark Fantasy, All of the Lights, Power, Monster, So Appalled, and Runaway. Right now, this and Graduation is 1A and 1B.
What you doing in the club on a Thursday? She said she only here for a girl birthday. They order shit.
I'm not gonna lie, I really thought this album was about to be ass. The first track had me scared as shit. Let the album play out a little more and I was fucking with it, I can't even lie. This was something completely different from all the other albums he dropped, so it definitely kind of threw me off listening to it. I would honestly say after listening to this, I would put this as like a top 5 Kanye album. Nothing groundbreaking to me, but it was better than I expected. My favorite songs are I Am God, Blood on the Leaves, Bound to, Hold My Liquor, and Black Skin.
Beautiful morning, you're the sun of my morning, babe. Nothing in the water.
Bro, I actually fell asleep listening to this album. This is not even a joke. It just could not entertain me. I don't know what was going on. It kind of felt like I was listening to Late Registration again. The songs weren't bad, but they just were not hitting for me. It was just boring. I had to wake up and figure out which part I left at when I fell asleep. I really thought I was gonna have this album over Yeezus, but now I don't even know if I'm gonna have it over Late Registration. Definitely not a bad album though. It's just not competing with everything else. My favorite songs are Farther Stretch My Hands Part 1, Part 2, Famous, and 30 Hours.
Sometimes I take all the shine.
Alright, so I don't know for sure if this is an EP or an album. It literally says that it's both, even though there is like 8 songs on this shit, so it really is an EP. But I just said fuck it, I'm gonna listen to it anyways. But this was actually not that bad. I wasn't really expecting much because, like I said, this is an EP. I do like how every Kanye album that I listen to is like a different vibe with it. Like, he's rapping at the end of the day, but like he's doing so much more too. And this is not really relevant to the video, but like, Kid Cudi deserves so much more respect. It's just me realizing how many songs that I never realized he was actually on. Every time I just hear him pop up on the song, I'm like, damn, he was on this shit too. Like, what the fuck? I might have to listen to his discography too, bro. His shit is tough. But my favorite songs are All Minds, No Mistakes, and Ghost Town.
That's on God. His light shine the brightest in the dark. Single mothers.
Yeah, I'm gonna just make this very quick. I already knew what I was expecting coming into this album with the name, and please don't take that out of context. That just means that I get what he's going for. I get the message. Yeah, it's not a bad album, but I just would generally never listen to this again. It's just not something that I could bump on a daily basis, to be honest. I really only got 2 songs that I like on there, and that's Follow God and On God. This album will just have to be a first time experience for me.
Oh God, breathe on this. I know God, breathe on this. I know God, breathe on this. I know he got his hands on this.
Listen, I know I said I had My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy like 1A and 1B, but I don't know, bro. Donda might be taking up that 2 spot. I mean, what more can I say about this album? This is around the time where we thought the world was never going to open up again, and then Kanye just decided to bless us with beautiful music in our time of isolation, and the features just made it 10 times better. This album right here is top 3 in Kanye's discography for me, and I will always say this is Kanye's last album. If you know, you know. I won't even bother naming my favorite songs because there's honestly no bad songs on this album. I hold this shit up to a very high standard.
In the hood, I'm good, I'm stamped. Every day I dress all black. For sure 900 rags. Middle East go double that.
Kanye, bro, what the f? Seriously, what happened between this time span of Donda and this shit? I really tried to give this shit a chance. I almost turned this shit off like 2-3 times. This shit is terrible. It was already weird enough that Ty Dolla $ign got 2 albums out of this nigga, but then he had his daughter rapping on this shit. I almost lost my mind.
I love it here. We gonna take over the year for another year. It's your best.
Honestly, it's better than a lot of the shit that niggas are making now, but nah, bro, I'm get this shit out my ear. I'm not even gonna waste no time. I only like Carnival on this album, bro. This album is generally bad. Bottom of the barrel, bro. Like, next.
I don't do credit. I don't do credit. Shut up and shine my necklace. Playing with the block.
So yeah, guys, that's the end of the video. We're just gonna pretend like those 2 albums generally do not exist. Definitely gonna do more of this shit this year. Gonna give me a chance to discover some songs I ain't never heard of before. So if you guys have any artists that I should listen to, their whole discography, whatever, just put it in the comments. You know what? The next one might actually be Gunna or Kid Cudi. I'm very intrigued to listen to one of their discographies right now, but we won't know till February, so let me know. Also, before I end, I almost forgot. Let me just rank these shits real quick. If I had to make a list, I would put Graduation at 1. I'm still debating between these 2, but I would put My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Donda, then the College Dropout, Yeezus, The Life of Pablo, Ye, 808s and Heartbreaks, Jesus is King, then these shitter albums, Vultures 1, and then last, Vultures 2. If anyone would like to argue this list, take to the comments. I am all ears. Alright, that's officially it. Like, subscribe, and hopefully have something out by next week because this rap shit is boring.